Guys, we're just going to do a quick little update video. Starting out with the light speed. Start with this. We'll run it for no good reason. Sounds like a top. Alright. Just trying to not go too slow. You guys can probably tell it sounds a lot more quiet. Man, it smells good too. Not only is it more quiet because I sealed up the motor, I took it apart and sealed it up, so I got all over the place on my first try, but on the second try I was able to do it pretty nice. If you see the clean looking line, that's the second try when I actually took the motor apart completely and sealed it up when I put the motor back, or the motor housing back together. The first try, when it looks like that, that's when I kind of just smeared silicone over the mating surfaces without taking it apart, so yeah. But it's more quiet because of the fact that I sealed up the motor, so there's no air leaking out of there like it used to. You could actually watch dust blow out of there. It's kind of sad. At least when the filter started getting dirty. Gosh, freaking empty up a mess. Vacuumed up my headset with that too powerful of a vacuum. Alright, got the rewind here, which was also refurbed. Turbo brush was cleaned. It's not too clean right now because I vacuumed my mom's carpet with it before I carpet cleaned her, or she pooed her rug. I guess it's full carpet like this. And her carpet looks so much better now. Leave me down in the comments if you want me to start doing natural dirts in her room. Hers is the room that, I used to do natural dirts in all the time before I got that carpet. That's my vacuum room now, so you guys are going to see this carpet a lot. No, it's not that entertaining of a carpet, but... So this one also sounds a little nicer now. Pretty healthy sounding. This one smells like nice and clean, but I tried using oil to make the system check work. I don't know if you guys can see that crack there. And I thought oil would loosen it up enough for it to at least slightly work, and it didn't help at all. So now a little bit of oil kind of leaks and sometimes drips onto the filter. But it is what it is. It does kind of just run a lot better now because of the fact that I ripped all the paper out of here and then I just put a freaking Armor All thing in there. I also sealed out the motor nicely, like I did on the second go on that one. You can see it picked up tons of filth from my mom's rug. And the filters, this one, obviously there's not much to look at, and this was a used wipe. It's like one of those Armor All cleaning wipes, and it was already used, so it looks a little dirty, but I doubt this thing's actually spraying that much dust. Yeah, there's not really any dust on there. Not bad, actually. Her carpet was pretty dusty because we haven't been able to do it. She's had some of the stuff from our living room, dining room, kitchen, because we're redoing all three of them. So there's some stuff from both rooms that's just been sitting in her room. And we haven't really been able to vacuum it or clean it or anything, but now it looks super awesome. This filter just pops on in here. But yeah, one's pretty good. It's got plenty of suction. I also did this. Put a hole on each side, wrapped one of my sister's broken hair ties through, and you can see it was broken here. And this is how I made up for it. It goes in right into that little groove in the brush there, pretty nicely. So now I can actually have the brush on board without it falling off all the time. It's also got a brand new belt on it. I run Bissell style 7 belts on all of my machines usually, because you can buy one belt in bulk, and you're not going to hurt your vacuum. It's cheaper to buy one belt in bulk than buy individual belts for all of the machines you've got in your collection. So, yeah. I could get a bunch of Bissell style, or Eureka style U-belts for every single standard belt vacuum that I have. But obviously these types, they do take a different type of belt for their pulley mechanisms. What other vacuum? Sure, let's run the whole house too. Or I suppose you could run the Smart Vac first. This is the vacuum of the week. My sister really likes it so far, to the point where she's taking it upon herself to put one of her freaking like pinkish orange thingies on there. Cleaned it up before it was selected for vacuum of the week. Looks nice and clean. It smells really good. I just buy this really cheap Law's Totally Awesome laundry detergent, and it cleans and just really makes vacuums smell awesome. This thing is pretty quiet, so. See, this thing still runs pretty good considering it's, let's see, I'm 13 and I was born in 2007, this is 2008, so this is 12 years old. It's still running pretty good. I do have to clean the seal up here. There's a little seal so that it diverts or goes to the either hose or the floor very well, and I think it's dirty enough to the point where some actually leaks. And just the seal is tight right now. I've only ever cleaned that seal once, but I want to get an owner's manual for this just for fun because it seems like the type of machine that's just satisfying to have a manual for. That I even owned this, which is weird because it's my daily driver. I accidentally sucked up my PS4 mic with it today, so there's a little scuff in there. Oops. So this, you have to put it not on the lowest setting, but the second to lowest setting. Hard floor is not the lowest setting. So I think it's super cool that this has a headlight. Both of my others, the Rewind and the Whole House 2 right behind this door, neither of them have a headlight. This is the first newer vacuum I've ever owned that has a headlight. And I've got some good news on the Whole House 2 as well. So. But yeah, I accidentally scuffed. I picked it up, and if you look back there, I kind of scuffed it up a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal. If anything, all the sand I hit with this will take the black scuffs off eventually. But I've washed the Cyclone once throughout the 3 weeks I've owned it. But I haven't washed the filter because I don't wash them unless they really need it, because the more you wash them, the more they start to kind of like degrade or disintegrate. You can see the Cyclones are a little dusty, but this is not dusty at all. I did not see any dust. Doesn't smell like dust either. Seals in there nicely. Seal there. Yeah. Pretty nice machine. I really like it so far. I paid like $140 for it. Definitely not the worst purchase. Because it is. The only thing I've noticed so far is the handle, or the whole upper half really has quite a bit of flex in it. Not as bad as the newer Dysons, but. Alright. Got my original daily driver. So this thing's a hot mess. If I'm being honest, it's a hot mess. But I called Hoover. It would have been yesterday. I called Hoover yesterday. And I told him that the base on this thing is just crumbling. I told him the bare floor mechanism doesn't work anymore, because realistically the bare floor mechanism didn't work anymore because where it mounts to the base all cracked. So yeah, anything that was left in there I just gutted out yesterday, and I just took this plastic piece off the rest of the floor mechanism, so now it's just this plastic piece. And I used some silicone adhesive, and I just siliconed it right in there. But good news is, they're sending me a whole new unit. They're sending me a whole new machine. Now tell me that is not good customer service. Like, sending me a whole new machine. I told them that it needed both the blue piece, because where the screw goes into this blue piece is broken. So now this piece sags. And now the blue piece is loose here. And I told him I needed the whole base. I pretty much just told him I needed the whole base. Obviously, if these two pieces are broken, everything else is going to start breaking. The brush roll is probably going to start failing. Belt's going to snap soon. Well, I don't even have the normal belt on there right now. The wheels are going to freaking fall apart. This piece is going to shatter. The hard floor mechanism is going to stop working. But yeah. But now it just has a standard, it's actually a Eureka style J belt in there, which is a longer belt for this long base. Though yet again, I could get away with a style 7 belt. Like I said, almost every vacuum is the same distance, unless it's, just these average sized vacuums. These are all technically full size machines. People call that a mid-size machine, but that is technically a full size machine. So yeah. It's also bowing up right here for some reason. It's just the fit is not good on this base. I mean, it just sounds cheesy. Yeah. So now basically that hole is filled in with the original bare floor thing. So now it's, you know, it's in there properly lined up with the body lines. I love this blue color. This, there was a crack here. I glued it. There was also another crack behind here. Glued it. Trying to get as much use out of this as possible. Because once my new one gets here, I'm still just going to continue using this one. The new one's probably just going to sit in the vacuum room there for looks, pretty much. Might even leave it in the box, who knows. It could end up being a refurbished one too. I don't know. They didn't say that was going to be the case, but you never know. But the brush roll right now is fine on this. Bristles are fine. But the belt I have on there right now is kind of a slippy use. So, when I first got this thing, I put electrical tape on all the wheels, so these wheels probably still look brand new underneath. I mean, look how beat up the electrical tape is. That's pretty much how my wheels would look. On my new Max Performance here that I just ran. Oh god, I forget that with these newer covers, they don't lift up a little like this in the upright position. So I keep them on the highest settings so the bristles don't get smushed. Basically, this has rubber coated wheels, and I wasn't going to put tape on those. Not only would it not stick, but it just wouldn't stick. I did do it on the height adjustment wheels because for some reason they didn't do rubber coated on those either. And rubber doesn't really get scratched as easy. The most that might happen is it might kind of get little tears in it. But yeah, you can see it picks up quite a bit every day. This seal, I mean, the seal doesn't even look dirty, so I don't know how this dust gets up in there, but it doesn't get past there. So, and this isn't like a bend out tab. This it's actually a button. Technically, you can press the Hoover logo there like it's a button, or you can pull here, but it's not actually bending the plastic. You're actually just pushing in a spring. Whoa, there's a piece of like plastic protectant on the Hoover logo there. That's staying. I don't know if this one ever did. No. None of that on this. But the window on this I just polished. I didn't do the bin again. I did polish it the day before I started noticing how horrible this base was. So yeah, luckily they're just sending me a whole new unit. Very kind of them. Because I even told them, I said, I don't know what is up with mine. It clearly was cracked when I took it out of the box and I didn't notice until 2 years later. You know, obviously this, I didn't do anything to do it to this, make it like this, so clearly there's been cracks spreading ever since I got it. You know, the box was pretty beat up, I just didn't think much of it. I might even put this hose on that, since this will kind of just be a backup vacuum. Or it will be my daily driver, but that one's actually more for show than this thing is. That's how it's supposed to work. So a little bit of that sound you hear is the brush on, a little bit of it is the space just shattering. Now, this thing had an activated carbon pad in there when I first got it, and then there was also a big sandwich of paper in here. But I ripped all the paper out with the rewind and this, and then I just left that mesh there. And then put this carbon pad in place, and then I'm probably going to use some silicone and just silicone this side so that it actually seals in there quite nicely. And also, cyclones I did not wash. I cleaned all that out. Gave the whole machine just a decent wipe. But I did not do the cyclones, but I did wash the filter. Might still be a little damp right there, but I just kind of wiped out the cyclone. This and the rewind need new filters, head filters, clearly, and pre-motor filters, because this filter does let quite a bit of dust through, which is not good. Like, after this vacuuming, that's probably going to be coated in dust. I don't know why with the newer body style they took away the little fins here, like those, like the little plastic things, but I actually didn't like those little plastic things because then you couldn't clean behind there without taking it apart. Now I can just kind of wipe what you can see so that people don't know. Okay, let's do this. Family probably wants to kill me right now. So yeah, as you can see, stock room's awesome. So it works just fine. It just no longer has the on-off floor thing. So now it literally is pretty much the same as that. This I guess I can run. It's not going to do anything. There's not even a hose on it right now. All the parts for it are in that bag to get washed. Take this bag of the filter in there. I'll just show you that it runs. Plus I fixed the brush rolls. They stopped, the one side stopped spinning again. It's this side, or wait. Yeah, this is the faulty side that has the hex. There's supposed to be like a hex hole in the brush roll, and the axles that go out and go into the brush rolls are still hex because they're metal, but some of the brush rolls are stripped out, so I have to use something to almost glue the brush rolls to the axle there. as you can hear, it runs, and it runs quite nice. Not only the brush roll motor, but the suction motor runs good too. I also fixed the switch because it started not turning on. Well, I knew the motor was fine. So I fixed the switch and now it turns on when you turn it on. Also, I need to do a better electrical tape job here. I like electrical tape passes code anyway, but yes, now that's on and that's off. And then when you would get it to turn on, it just wouldn't turn back off. So yeah. Move, thank you. Alright. The Legacy. Haven't ran this in a while, so it might sound a little rough. Might even be on. Nope. Also needs to be nicely. I love this green color. I love this machine. And there's a reason I don't use it very often, and that's because I just want it to last. I did put a new light bulb in it though. We got a lot of vacuums to run. Hope you got your popcorn. Especially if I have to stop and do this. I paid $70 for this, which may have been a little much. I tried 60, and he said, man, I'm kind of firm with the 70 range. And I said, all right, I wanted enough to deal with that, because $70, in my opinion, is still good. I was just trying to save a little money, save a buck or two. I don't know what movie they're watching down there. Yeah, look at that green color. Isn't that awesome looking? That's like my type of green. Or that. They're probably like, they're like a similar color. This one's just in better shape, so it looks nicer. Yeah, no, I haven't even ran this in decades. No, haven't even owned it for decades. Haven't even owned it for a month. I definitely owned it for a month. So, we got the underneath. Spins nice. It's not too scratched up down here. I did electrical tape these wheels, and for some reason I didn't do the... Or did I? This side I didn't. Did I, like, not realize that I didn't do it? This side has it. These two have it. I do that because it protects the wheels, and this thing does have decent condition wheels, and it also makes them look better, if I'm being honest. Oh. Pretty sure this needs a new belt. I can't remember quite right now. It's really dirty up under there. These things are actually kind of annoying to take apart. Yep, for $70, not too bad of a deal. Oops. Great. That was all the dust that came out of this thing's filter, because obviously I wasn't going to try and make mud in the filter when I wash it. Because, yeah. Alright. Oops. It's got the only vacuums I'm not showing in this video is my Bissell 71Y7, my 2 Electrolux canisters, and my Eureka Bravo. because the only reason that made me think of all those vacuums was this Eureka Bravo extension wand. Because this did not come with any attachments. But I was still willing to pay the $70 for the good condition. Like, I mean, look how good condition that bag is. It sounds and runs pretty good, too. The little bit of a funky wind down and whine that it has, I think is just the worn out brush roll, but yep, $70. And I just leave the hose connected because I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do anyways. Don't really know how else you would do it. Otherwise, I would just be dangling around down there. Unless it goes here, but yeah, no. No, I don't know, that just seems to... This doesn't stay closed anymore either. I don't know what happened. Like, you know, it would clip when I first got it, and then one day it just started not clipping. So, yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to push it in or... Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it just seems to be the best way to do it. Just keep it right here. It just looks the most neat. It's 7.3 amp motor. And this small one is a older one. Yeah, see that? I think it's the Barstool. I never even had this base plate off before. Right here. So on July of 1996 is what I'm getting, and yeah, what does this say? Caution. Caution, moving parts disconnect from supply before servicing. I'm assuming that means disconnect from the output. Let's see that. It's in pretty good shape. I wonder if you guys can see the belt from in here. Yep. It's dirty in there. Like I said, I've never had it apart before. Bumper's in good shape, it just needs to be some scuff removed. But see what I mean? Like, isn't that a pretty color? Alright. Put this guy back. Fun fact, that Legacy and this Caddy vac are from the same exact seller. Same price as well. Funny thing is I tried talking him down to 60 again. And he said, yet again, kind of from that 70 range. But it was kind of cool that I got both of them, because in the pictures for that one, you could see this one in the background, and in the pictures for this one, you could see that one in the background. So it's kind of cool. They just get to live in the same home. Let's see, this one's plenty dirty. This is like a navy. Not really a navy blue, just kind of like a normal blue color, really. This is the stair cleaning handle. I don't look too comfortable, does it? Pretty sure this cover pops right off. It's nice. There's the new light bulb, which these older Hoovers don't seem to have a very good tight fit for some reason. Belt is underneath this. This looks good. Snaps down nicely like that. The Hoover with removable tool rack. Kind of boring. Got some scuffs to take care of there. I've never really done anything with these machines besides use them, really. This one has that dusting brush that I love. Same dusting brush this V2 has. One of my favorite crevice tools, which is the one that's supposed to have. And those are the only two attachments this one came with. This one, you do not keep it connected at all times. This, and you don't have to put it on tools. This just pushes down, blocks the airflow from going that way. Let's see how dusty this thing is. Because I haven't really, I've used it, but I haven't been really cleaning anything. You can take this rail out and clean behind it, I guess. I don't know. Some random scuffs there. This one was really dusty when I got it, and it still is. It just seems to be the type of vacuum to get dusty and never get cleaned. I definitely like the Legacy more. This I just kind of got because, I don't know, it was technically $140 total, but for both of these combined. Because it was $35 for the vacuum and $35 shipping. Check the bottom. It does have blue bristles to match. This one's actually really goobered up on the bottom. But you can see they started wind tunnel technology a long time ago. Look at that. This one I'm pretty sure, what was that one over there, 96? This one is a... I'm going to say it was made on the 110th day of I don't know. Part of the U series. This one's 0.1 amp less. This is a 7.2. The brush roll on this one is bad. Actually, it might be some gunk built up on the fan. That is back in there. That's one thing I didn't like about that seller is he didn't really clean either of these. They were both really filthy. Actually, that one wasn't too bad. But it did kind of just seem like he just kind of wiped off whatever he could get at easily. He definitely didn't pop off his blue cover. Neither of them had working light bulbs, but they did have belts and brush rolls, and they both came with a new bag in them. Switch is right there. Very old school feeling. I keep the caddy on there because it just makes it feel, yeah, it's a loose and annoying thing, but it makes it feel more complete. It looks kind of silly without it. This one's loud. Yeah, I think it's the brush roll, personally. It's on high setting. It still works fine, though. God, that just does not sound good. I guess the thing to do would just be to take the brush roll out and run it and see what it sounds like. I don't know where my screwdriver is. Like I said, hope you got your popcorn. Looks like a new belt. So these Hoovers take the same exact... Yeah, that might be what it is. These Hoovers take the same brush roll that Bissel's do now, which is weird. So, if I really wanted to, I could probably... Yeah, I mean, I could literally take the brush roll out of this clean view. Alright. Yeah, that looks like a fairly new belt. God, these things take cute little belts, don't they? Look, that is tiny. It's got some slap in it. Watch it sound worse. That sounds really good. So, the fan, behind the fan, built up. That's what you're hearing there. Or the fan has a chip in it, possibly, but... No play on the motor. Yeah, no. So it's this brush roll. Uh-oh. Well, one side comes off. Oh. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So it's the brush roll. It sounds horribly horrible. I'm gonna try. This end cap is also cracked. Oof. Oh, it smells like wet dog. Bleh. Oh, I hate the smell. I hate the smell. No, 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 no. I could never use a vacuum like this. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. Even that's not really. Why does it smell real bad? Alright, well, I'm gonna try lubricating this, and I'll be back. Dear Lord. Oh! 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 Jeez. I don't like the smell of dog. I don't even like dogs, and I don't like the smell of wet dog. Difference at all. You know, are the belts, are these pistol belts that I bought a similar size? accidentally bought those when I was servicing my Bissell Clean View. They're definitely not the right belts. Oh god. And it's actually not a good belt. I'm not used to good belts. Oh my god. Come on, come on. Oh, ow. Well, it does spin a little smooth. But I mean, like, okay, so all of this dust came out. Look at that. Oh, that's gross. Nope. COVID. Luckily, I got this before COVID even became a thing. Actually, COVID probably was a thing, and this did come from California. Both of them did. Oh my god. This thing's gonna have to work because, like, I need to vacuum this up. So, whoever owned this had a dog. Ugh. Oh no. No, guys, literally, I know a lot of people aren't bothered by the smell of dog. Chances are you have a dog. But, so don't take offense when I think dogs are disgusting, but I think dogs are disgusting. That actually sounded really good. Like, really good. Alright, well, let's pick up this mess then. I'm assuming it was that hair that was in there that was causing most of the sound, but hopefully the oil helped. That was just some 1030 conventional oil. So it still sounds a little bit rough. We definitely made a drastic improvement. So basically how these work is they work just like that, but it's got a plastic casing. It's got that. And that's just likes it when I put stickers on my vacuums. Take the Hoover Z bag. And yeah, I need to get a new screw. It's actually a pretty nice machine. Opens up real nice. The door goes on, so that's easy open, easy on. Yeah, so that adjusts really easily. Apparently, this one's more effective. That one's 19. That one's only 18. In the game, bro. So, yeah. I love how Hoover had made machines in the past like that legacy, and then all of a sudden they like to show that they had 3 positions in the pedal, so that's so you can lift it up. I mean, one is upright. That's 2. And then so it can go pretty flat. Yeah. I think that rubs on there a little bit. But yeah, it works. And it actually sounds a little better now. Let's run the Shark Navigator Professional. Which is a hot mess. I'm probably going to sell it once I clean it up a bit. To this day, I still prefer the swiveling on these more than Dyson. I think Shark really took the swivel competition for sure. Dyson's ball thing is cool and all, but it's fucking dumb at the same time. They don't even swivel that well. Yeah, you can see this thing really needs clean. It is a beautiful red color. The red is the only thing that would make me want to keep this, because I love red. I'm also tempted to ask Intelitech Studios if I could buy one of those red Hoover Elite rewinds that he has, because they're hard to find now. Number 3. I fixed this handle. It is indeed broken with an old cupboard hinge. This one also sounds slightly better because I cleaned the motor out a little bit. But the, what is it called? The commutator for the brushes ride I need to get one of those little sticks. You just turn the motor on and rub that stick on there. And it cleans it off and makes your motor sound nicer and makes it arc nicer. This one has a really horrible arc, so it doesn't run right sometimes. What's going on here? Obviously, this vacuum smells like... It always smells burnt for some reason. It's just the motor going bad. Though I think it's the commutator that needs to be cleaned, or the brushes are like getting weird and crusty. Luckily, this thing you can replace the brushes in, unlike most newer plastic vacuums. Have you ever heard people complaining about how Shark has too narrow of a head? I mean, look at that. They do have a little bit too narrow of a head, because this is like the average. And then this would be the second average. Now let's do this next. This is the clean view with the Helix motor in it. This is the model 3590 from 2002, made on the 27th day of July. It's also got the Helix cord, Helix carbon brushes. Has its original hose, but I just shoved an extension wand into the hose to make up for that piece that broke off. The on-off switch is here now. Because now I can actually use my foot. What's up with me and running over stuff today with vacuuming? Oh, it smells so good. I cleaned this thing out super well. Got down to 20%. Getting on that low power mode, the camera quality might go downhill here real quick. This also has the 71Y7 brush roll in it. No light bulb. Matter of fact, I actually plugged up where the light bulb wires come through with silicone adhesive. See, this thing's covered in dust. I also found a HEPA filter at my local hardware store for $3. I gave all the filters a wash. It's dusty again from using it once after I cleaned it and just now. Let's see if I can get the... Gotta shimmy it out of here. Looked at this thing in a while. Still got dirt in it from a couple weeks ago when it was the vacuum of the week. Needs filters to be cleaned too. This whole filter over here needs to be replaced. Yes, I kind of have it held on in a weird way. The clip's broken. So I have a shim here for the screw to go into. And that is like a washer. And it holds on there pretty well. If you can see how much dust leaks out, that's why I put this tape here. This thing has some of the worst filtration ever. But yeah, I wonder if me and Teletech Studios can make a trade. He likes blue, I like red. Give him this for one of those rewinds. One of the red ones. Though, this was one of my dream vacuums, so probably not. I'm not much of a blue person, though I have plenty of blue vacuums. I'm more of a red vacuum person. So this has a motor that is currently not in the best of working order. This has a super nice long cord. It's got the light bulb that was originally in the V2. Should work just fine though still. Okay, it sounds super weird. Why does it sound so weird? load. I don't know, just run it, I guess. This sounds honestly better, and I think it just sounds worse to me. What kind of filter does this take? So the pre-motor filter is a style 14. The post 8. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Just sounds better. I don't know. Doesn't sound as good as I would want it to, but can't all have what we want. There's actually no snags from what I know in this cord, believe it or not. And this is the model 92L3-1, 12 amps. Made in 2011. Dusty. And I just wiped this off. So there's, I'm not going to do the carpet cleaner. God, this is a lot of vacuums, man. Okay. ESP. This still needs a new light bulb. It takes a really big light bulb. I can't find it anywhere. Alright, there's the ESP done. Convertible, I guess we could do. Haven't ran this in a while. I did put a new light bulb in it though. Seems to run pretty well still. Yet again, almost all these vacuums are cold starts. Let's do this classic 3. Backbreaker. No, honestly, these older Kirby's are actually lighter than either of those two. Maybe not that one, definitely that one. That thing's like 22 pounds, I think. Kinda dusty. I paid $115 for this. And that wasn't a bad deal. The only thing that needs to be done on it is I need to put a new plug on there. Trying to fix the prong itself isn't worth it, so I'm just gonna put a whole new plug on there. So, we're gonna run it by using this cord, which is actually off of this issue. I'm not sure if this is on or off. I'm the one that did this zip tie configuration. I always just have this tucked. Just keep it tucked behind her like that. This could be on, it might not be. Alrighty. Man, this cord is really a mess. Oh, jeez. Not gonna run that for too long because the brush roll's not, or the belt is not in the best of shape. Yeah, we'll do this rig up with a broken handle spring. These I have indeed not touched in a while. None of these Kirby's. So I go through random phases of liking certain vacuums. Like for a while, all I liked was Bissell's. I just didn't touch any of my other vacuums. Or there's phases I'll go through where I like my unique vacuums. Like that Caddy vac, this V2. Currently what I'm into, you'll instantly see when you walk into my room. It's that type of stuff. Stop. Naughty. So I actually traded my Kirby Tradition for this Omega, that Omega, and that power room. Not a bad trade. One vacuum for two. Can't complain. Sucks when these springs go bad. It's really obnoxious. Got my carpet stuff to clean after this, eh? Classic 3 actually looks pretty good. All I've done is wet sand it. That's cool. This one looks okay too. Not anything spectacular with any of these Kirby's, but try my best. Let's try this butchered, that's what I like to call it. This is probably the most beat up Kirby I've ever owned. It's definitely seen better days. Look how nice and shiny it is right there, where there was a sticker. Alright, this one does have a core. And it has an original bag. That one has a, not a generic one, it is a genuine Kirby one, but it doesn't have the badge on it. This might be on. Well, that didn't sound good. Come on. You do this all the time. You know I don't like this, right? It's not impressive. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes the safety switch likes to be weird. It's been doing this since the day I got it. I think it's fine though. It did make a weird, like, oh yeah. Did make like a weird spark. This thing used to be my daily driver a couple months ago. I had to deal with that all the time. It's the safety switch for the power head. It likes to fiddle with you. Be a pain in the ass. It's got a classic 3 head on it. So, this one is in need of a new safety switch. Otherwise works fine. My favorite right here. Definitely. Oh. I have wet sanded this so many times and yeah. This one has pretty nice shine to it. On camera it doesn't. Yeah, the Classic 3 came with all that stuff over there. Toolkit, shampooer and stuff, Sudzillion. This Heritage I got for free and it came with all this. Whoa! Oh man. Bull. Alright. Yeah, I just spilled dust all over the place. Alright. Let's give this one a run. Got a new belt on it. New fan. New axle. Bushings, washer. New brush roll. Fan casing. It's been resealed with you know what, silicone adhesive. Where's that microfiber cloth? This one I know will run. It won't give me no issues. I got this one for free. Came with 20 bags, I believe. Genuine Kirby bags. Came in good condition. And it came with that cat again, a few attachments and the hose. Maybe it needs a new belt. That was sad, Kirby. Come on. I think it just needs a new belt, though. Sometimes that happens when they sit with the belt engaged. There's probably just a little lump in the belt somewhere. Doesn't slip. Oh, this thing has such an oddly thin cord. Alright. Now time for my second favorite Kirby. Or no, this will be my third favorite. The classic Kirby is my second favorite. Ooh, this G4 came with a sweatshirt. A bike fell on it right there. This one needs a new fan. Brushel already replaced. I have a generic hose set for it. Might be on. Nope. Oh. Okay. This carpet's not that dirty. Hopefully I didn't just make a complete shit job. That's fine. Yeah, no, I don't know why there's not a bit in there. I don't remember that. Okay. Oh, that was our last Kirby. Okay, but yeah, we're not going to do the carpet cleaner. You guys just heard this. Sounds horrible, but it works nice. It's really nice for cleaning vacuums or cleaning messes like what I just made there. Oh yeah, this is for the Heritage because it's a turbo. This is for where the little handheld thing would go. There's also a Bissell 3-in-1 stick vac back there that I just don't really care about. Can't even even remember the last time I ever had a use for it. Probably for doing the stairs, but even that, it didn't really do the best with, so. Oh, yeah. Here's some belts that I got for 99 cents for the, that or that. Thought I'd give them a try, considering they were only 99 cents. Oh, that's good. This one has the Chinese torture handle. Just leave those two there for now. But yeah, oh god, there's one more vacuum. This is a pipsqueak. It is so short. Don't know why the prongs on this are on opposite sides. Just one of those weird things. There, run that, and I think we're done. Man, that was a lot of vacuums. You don't realize how much vacuums you have. Like, I would love to watch Intellivac Studios vacuum his room with each vacuum, his whole room with each vacuum. I didn't do that. I vacuumed just a portion of my room with each vacuum. Or even if he did that, that would be cool, because he's got a lot of freaking vacuums. He's got 2 houses with full rooms of vacuums. Alright, so, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more.